Hi everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. Welcome to the beginning of my savings, budgeting, and YouTube journey. I am here to represent hardworking, low-income single parents. On this channel, I will be experimenting with different budgeting styles, savings goals, and sharing strategies I learn as I go. I plan to document my progress here and hopefully encourage a few of you along the way. So if this sounds interesting at all to you, please go ahead and click the like button and subscribe to follow my journey. So let's get started. Let's start with doing the unstuffing for the past week. Since I get paid tomorrow, let's see what we have left. I don't think there's much, but there is a few things. So gas, there we go. It's gonna start. All right, I put my phone on airplane mode, so you guys don't have to hear that. So gas has $20 left in it, which is good. Yay, hooray, confetti. All right, and then let's see what else. Dining out, nothing. Entertainment has $15 left. I expected entertainment to have something left because we weren't together much for that past week, so there wasn't much we could do. So I do have $15. That's a total of $35 left because I don't think there's anything else left. Miscellaneous groceries, nothing in allowance. Deposit, this is that $240 from the vacation, and bills has nothing in it. There's no cash bills that I need to pay. So I think is this the first time I've had a rollover? I don't even know. What I've decided to do with the rollover is go ahead and start a savings challenge, or maybe I'll make a separate video with my savings challenge. And for now, I'll just go ahead and put that in there so it doesn't get mixed up with anything else. You guys like my nails? I do my own nails, and it's terrible. I mean, from far away, it's not bad, but when you go up close, it's not the greatest. But you know what? It's a lot cheaper than going to have them done. And I usually have, for me, nail polish, nails is my soothing and relaxing. So sometimes it's late at night and I will just can't sleep or something, and I'll just do my nails, and it helps to calm me. You know, I think we all have something like that. Right, so let's put that to the side. I was able to see how much my paycheck will be ahead of time. So I'm able to see that the Sunday before payday. But because we've had such a busy week, I didn't have a chance to get to it before now, but I actually think Tuesday is a better day. Anyway, long story. I always budget out a paycheck for $1,300. It's never less than that. So I always prefer to round down for my paychecks and up for my bills. So I rounded down always $1,300. That's just my standard pay that I budget with. But this time it looks like I had a little extra. Unfortunately, that extra is all still going to be going to bills, but that's okay. At least we have the funds to pay them. So here, first I want to show you what I always show you, what I always use. So this is the basis of all of my budgeting. This is the bills for each month. So I split them up. This paycheck is going to be for week B. All those bills were already paid. Week B will be paid with tomorrow's paycheck. There were a few changes with this here. The Disney and Hulu, I never did end up signing up for it, but I happened to get an invite to come back to Netflix, which is another nice thing that I found through this journey is they want you to come back. Amazon took my price down when I left, and Netflix has done the same. They've offered me to come back with an $8 subscription. This is a subscription, right? And I am going to look into that. So I will probably be switching over that. So you will see that on my budget. Also, you will see some changes here for the credit card and the utility. Since it is about to be summertime, it's getting warmer. The electricity and the gas bill has decreased. My goal is still to always pay at least $200 a month for that bill, so that even when the wintertime rolls around, I'll have a cushion for that time period. So I will be paying a little bit more than what's due for the next few weeks. And I also want to hurry up and pay down this credit card. So I have adjusted that as well. So you'll see me change that here. This isn't permanent. This is just what I've changed it to for now. and it does not change how I budgeted it. It does not change that final 680, 690 range, which was great. Did a lot of calculations for that to get that to work out, but it did. So this is how the new budget will be. So for the 16th, I will pay $85 in utilities here, and I will pay $115 there. Paying less here allows me to pay more on my credit card. I do want to have that taken care of in the next 2 or 3 months, so because the balance is more than I usually like it to be. I think right now between the two cards, I'm at a total of $536, or somewhere around there. I will be making a payment. I do have to deposit that $240 that came back with me from vacation. So once I do that, that will be a credit card payment, and I'm just going to keep shoving money into there, and I want to pay that off as soon as possible so that I have funds to start savings challenges, other fun things that I can do with my money that I want to do instead of paying off a debt. I'll probably redo this, but this changes a lot for me. If you're a single parent, you know that sometimes things change, and sometimes you have to reorganize where your money goes. So you'll see here all of my chicken scratch. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like on paper. This is what I always do. Usually it looks way worse than this, but this shows you how I break down my paycheck. I always do the 690 like I showed you there. 690 is what I always have separated for the bills. That is in a separate account, so I like to have a buffer in there as well. I have a better piece of paper to show you that will break it down as well. But I wanted to show you what it looks like when I'm just handwriting and I'm figuring out everything and crossing things out and moving things around. So you'll see also the groceries here. I crossed that out because I had that benefit amount. There's not much left, but we're going to finish it out for this pay period. So I crossed that out because I don't need the funds for that. This will be the last one. It won't last another 2 weeks. So this will be the last time we can use that benefit, but that's okay. Still a blessing. I'm still very happy about it. So I subtracted that from my normal $400 that I use for variable funds. That means that I only need $225 for my variable funds. And these are my variable funds: gas, allowance, entertainment, miscellaneous, dining, and usually grocery. Right here for the allowance, someone pointed out this allowance category. This is actually not for me. This is for my daughter's allowance. So I think people thought that that was an extra expense for myself, but no, unfortunately, that's not for me. And you guys know from last week that my water bill was $90 and it's usually $50. So there was a problem there. I did go ahead and fix something that's called the flapper. So I'm hoping that the next one that comes out will be more normal. It's normally $50, but this month it was $90. So I put $45 aside with my last paycheck, and I will put another $45 aside with this one. Also, there's $60 that I will pay on my Walmart credit card. If you don't know already, I always have $200 auto saved for every pay period. That's something that goes into separate accounts that I don't look at, I don't see. But this time I decided that I am going to use the money that usually goes into my main savings account to pay off this Walmart credit card. There's only a balance of $160 on it. I'm going to pay $60 from this pay period, and I'm just going to take $100 from savings and pay that off so I can get it crossed off of my list and focus on getting this Discover paid off. The Discover card, that $241 that I got, that I still had left over from vacation, that's going to go into the bank. I was going to go before, but there's no point in making separate trips to the bank for that. So we'll put that in and make the payment to the Discover. Okay, and like I was explaining before, I had to make another change, but like I was explaining before, sometimes things change. I wanted to show you that on my week B, the change that I made, I have $85 for utilities that I will pay this time, and the $80 for my credit card. But I did get a surprise bill. I completely forgot about it, and that's what I get. I was arrogant, and I said I don't really forget about bills, but I did. We had to get like an emergency ring camera setup. So I did go ahead and use like the 4 payment method for that. We had a neighbor that we kind of caught peeking in. So we had to get that. That was just not something that I could wait on. So I went ahead and did that. But this will be the last payment. So we'll take that off after this. So instead of paying the $80 on the credit card, I am just going to pay $50 on the credit card, and I'll pay that $30 for that ring bill from Amazon that I have coming up. Again, that's the last one I'll have to do, so I won't have to worry about it after this, which is good. We're getting there. I want to get to the point where I just have my regular bills. These surprises, they have to stop. They have to stop at some point. We're going to get as many out the way as we can in the meantime. So with all of that paid, that leaves me with $75 that I can use in for my sinking funds. And I made myself a little cheat sheet here of what I wanted to put in each category. So I just wanted to go ahead and fix that one thing. So this is the totaling of $75. This is what each fund I've budgeted to get. This in parentheses is just what those categories have in there now. So I can figure out where we'll be after we add the funds for this pay period. So let's see, this will be 80. This will be 105, 15, 60, 15. That'll be 10 still. No, that'll be 10. There's 0 in there now, so that will have a new balance of 10. This will have a new balance of 15, which is water, and Christmas, which hasn't gotten anything yet at all, will have a balance of $10. So let's see. I kind of want to see where I am right now. I've only started this maybe 2 months ago now, so I want to see how much money I've saved in these sinking funds so far. And this isn't all of them. This is just what I have written down here. $310. That is actually not bad at all.
Yay, clap hands, confetti, all of that.
Another thing I wanted to show you, which I forgot to do, souvenirs I got. So this was part of the gift category that I had on my trip. I bought this back home for my mother. She is obsessed with the color purple, literally the color purple. She's obsessed with it. So this I got for her. I have to give to her. And this, I had to get it back for my daughter because I had already given her this. But just a little flip-flop with sand in it. She wanted specifically a keychain. So that's what I got for her. Every time we go somewhere, we like to bring each other a souvenir with that says where we went. My next step here is to show you what denominations I plan to go to get to the bank tomorrow. I've already written everything down. I apologize for the glare, but I wrote everything down. I wrote down my variable funds, their totals, same thing with the sinking funds and their totals. So the total that I will be withdrawing tomorrow, if you could actually see it, is $300. That's a 20, that's 70, that's 90, and this is 120. I'm sorry, guys. You can't see it that well. Just put it in a plastic sleeve so that I can keep using the same sheet and not waste paper or energy. It was just the easiest thing to do than to keep writing on new sheets of paper. This is just a compliment to that there. Here, I know that I need 21s, just $20. I need 2, 6, 11, 13, 14, 14 fives, which is $70. For the 10s, I need 9, $90. And for the 20s, 3, 5, 6. I need 6, which is $120. Total withdrawal, $300. So I usually will take a picture of this and I will bring it to the bank so that I know which denominations to write down on that sheet for them. But instead, like I said last time, I took some of the withdrawal sheets with me so I can just go ahead and fill out all the information when I get to the bank. shoot that bad boy up there and they can send me my cash. They seem to really like that I write it on there too. That saves them a lot of time when you just write it on there and they don't have to ask you. This is just my neater version of the same thing that I just showed you. These are the bills that I plan to pay with this paycheck. The bills here, these will stay in that bill account. So there's always the $6.90 that'll be in there. And this time there's a $9 buffer in case anything small comes up. So I'm glad I did catch that ring bill, or that would not have been enough for this pay period. And then the variable funds, those are usually the same. Usually it's $400, but this time, because I didn't have to pay for the groceries, it was $225, which is good. We prefer for these amounts to be less and these to be more. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, again, this sheet here it's not perfect for me. I like to do my budget a certain way, so I don't follow these rules, so you can ignore most of what's in here. The totals and all of that, that's just for my own record keeping. I did add a couple more, so I'll update those based on the sheet that I have. But total is $75, regardless of how I divvy this up. $75 is going to go into my sinking fund. Can't really follow the instructions in here because I didn't follow them. This is just for myself. I'll know what's what, and that'll be the same for your budget. As long as it makes sense to you, you do it your way, whatever works for you, whatever is allowing you to save money and not live paycheck to paycheck. That is it for me today. I want to show you guys that coin challenge. So glad one of you suggested that. I'm very excited to start that. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. As always, I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to continue to follow along on this journey with me. Please share your own progress, any tips, suggestions, or any questions that you have in the comments below. I want you to always remember it's about progress and not about perfection. Happy savings, everybody. Bye. No, my hands just looked huge. Sorry, guys.